Okay, so just like how you see there on profile, on the profile video on the thumbnail, is me and my beautiful grandma. So somebody sent me something that I want to have for, but I dedicate this video to one and only my beautiful grandma in heaven. Okay, so I dedicate this video to her in heaven. Okay, in paradise. So let me check face if they, just to make sure, because the other time I was busy with the live and then I realized uh the microphone was not functioning properly. So I always like to taste and make sure that the microphone is functions. Oh yeah, it's working. Let me test my sound and see face. Let me test the sound and see. Okay, just wait face. I want to hear myself. Okay, let's hear myself. Okay, let me just maximize the volume here so I know when I start I'm ready. Everything is ready. You see me, I'm looking the other side because I've got like another computer here, another device actually, another device, and I want to make sure everything is working in order. Okay, before I go ahead and start this question. Okay, let me just see, just to make sure, and then I'll start now in a second. Once I hear my sound, and then I start. Okay, so you can hear me. I hear myself at the background, so everything's in right proper, or everything's working proper. So let me just go ahead and do the question. Okay, let me show you the question that I'm gonna have to do, and I dedicate these to my beautiful one and only, my grandma in heaven in paradise. She don't want to raise me, you know. She don't want to raise me. She don't want to taught me. She don't want to taught me to continue to keep this legacy. You see. Now let's go ahead. So we have a question. This question come all the way from Johannesburg. To be specific, Kempton, Johannesburg. Come from my brother, Jimmy Slow. Okay. I share a couple of lot of things common with this brother. He's also from a homeless, just like I. So he sent me this question he want me to do. So this question, it kinda, okay, it kinda darkish a little bit. So what I did, I drew the table. Okay, I drew the table here, but we're gonna read again. That's the same thing, but I kind of redraw the table. Okay, let me just make sure everything is visible here. So what I'm gonna do, first, let's read the question. Then when I start to do the question, let's read the question carefully. And then when I start to do the question, I'm gonna go to the next one. So they say this is a mathematical tool in a system used effective to determine and describe the relationship between the various aspects of the cost and revenue. Cost and revenue, right? Okay, cool. So let me just make sure here. The reason why I'm looking this other side most of the time, I always want to make sure that I see myself clear here. Because the other time, oh, you see there? That's what I was saying. So I need to move my profile to the left. See, that's how I always like to look at another computer. See now, it was kind of hiding my face. Okay, this is perfect right here. Yeah, this is cool. This is cool. It's not bad. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and read the question. Then after that, I'm gonna go to the next page. They say mathematical tool ACC whatever. Okay, the table below. This is okay. They say this is a mathematical tool and a system that uses effectively to determine. They describe the relationship between the various aspects of cost and revenue. Let me explain to you first how you get the total cost and how you get total revenue. Quick. Okay, and then we go ahead and we solve our question. Okay. For example, let's say somebody give you stuff. Okay, let me just come in here. Okay, let's say for example you have a calculator or any device. Let's say you have a calculator. This calculator is sold for 50. The cost of this calculator is 50, but for one calculator. But then if you want to get total cost, you have to know the number of the calculator that you want to buy. So total cost, what you do, take a cost for one device or one whatever you have, the cost of one item multiplied by the number. Okay, so say cost multiplied by the quantity means how many of them. So we take the cost of each device multiply. So for example, if this one costs for 50, and then there's a 4 divides, means the total cost is going to be 200. That's how you get the total cost. It's easy like that. Means you take the cost of each device or each item, and then you multiply it by the quantity of item, how many of them. Like here, we say one quantity, we assume is $50 or 50 rand, and then how many items? The 4 means you take 50 times 4, you got 200. See? Okay, let's say the cost of one let's say the cost of one anything, you can just say anything. Okay, the cost of one orange is 10. Okay, $10 or 10 rand or 10 whatever. Oh, so this is the cost of each item, and then you multiply by the quantity, how many of them. If there are 7, means the total cost, how much it costs is going to be 70 total cost. So what you do, you take the cost of each item, multiply by the unit. Now let's go to the revenue now. So how do you get the revenue or total revenue? So to get to the revenue, I'm going to go back to the question, right? And then you see how easy it's going to be. So to get the revenue also is easy. Revenue, what you do, say, okay, revenue, what you do, take your price, multiply by the quantity. Now it's not about the cost, about the price. What is the price of the calculator? Or the price is this one. So you multiply by how many of them, and this is going to give you, it's going to give you what? Revenue, total revenue. Okay, so let me explain to you in real life. Like, let's say you buy these pens here. This, how, you know what? I'm going to buy 5 pens. See? So that's what it's going to cost you. But one pen, okay, let's go to the cost. Total cost. I want to explain to you how you get the profit. Total cost, for example, you say, okay, let's say this costs $10. So I'm going to say $10, or let's say $3. I'm going to say $3 means it's the price of each pen multiplied by how much it costs, because this is cost, how much it costs for each. Okay, let's say 10. So it's going to cost you 30 amount, $30 or 30 for you to buy 10 pen if each one costs 3. See, each one costs, let's say $3, and how many pen? There are 10. So we take the cost of each unit multiplied by the number of quantity. So this has given us the total cost. Now, what about revenue? Revenue now is not about cost. Revenue is about the price. So the price of each item multiplied by the quantity unit. For example, let's say, oh, the price of this pen now, it costs you $3 or $3. Now you decided to sell for $6. Okay, so that's a price that you're gonna sell, or selling price. Now, how many units there? All of them, you saw them. Let's say 10, same amount. So this is going to give us 60. So this is the total revenue. So if you want to get profit, what you do, you say total revenue minus total cost. So I'm going to say total revenue minus total cost. This is going to give me profit. So profit, always take total revenue minus total cost. That's how you get the profit. Okay, let me say it again. Okay, so if you want to get profit, just say total revenue, profit equal to total revenue minus total cost. So for now, we're going to say 60 minus 30. It's going to be 30. So this is going to be our profit. So I believe now you know how to differentiate revenue, cost, and a profit. So you always get profit by taking total revenue minus total cost. And how you get total revenue? Total revenue, take your price, it's a revenue, right? So you take your price, multiply by the number of quantity. But total cost, what you do, you take the cost of each price. Now it's cost, is not price. The cost of each price multiplied by the quantity of them, how many of them. Just like I'll show you them in the previous example. Okay, so now let's go to the equation right here. So we have a question right here. Expression, actual. I want to make this video very, very short. Okay, now they say here, look, they say you have a quantity of a postcard and they have a price of postcard. Means the price of postcard and the quantity mean how many of them. Now they want you to get total revenue. We're going to say total revenue, we know equal take your price multiply by the quantity, how many of them. Well, so I'm going to say 50 times 500 is going to give me 50 cents is for the each postcard. But how many of them? There are 500. So I'm going to say 50 times 500. So I can multiply that one, and that's going to give me 50 times 500 is going to be 2, 5. And how many 0? 3. 1, 2, 3. But remember, those are cents. So we need to change those cents to real money. How many cents to go to the 1 rand? Oh, this is basic, but okay, let me go to the calculator. You see, now I don't know that basic. I know, but I kind of forgot. How many cents to a rand? I think 100 cents equal to a rand. Okay. Okay, rand, one, or dollar, or whatever you can call. How many cents? Yeah, I did this second grade. I forgot now. I think how, let me Google how many cents to 1 rand or to $1, whatever. Oh, it's 100 cents. So for that being said, this, if it's 25, because remember these are cent, it's not rand, cent. So meaning these are 25,000 cent. So I can change it to rand, means I have to divide it by 100. If you divide it by 100, look, 20 and 20 cancel. So it's going to be what? It's not going to be cent, it's going to be rand 250. So this is going to be rand 250 here. So say rand 250 because I don't want cent. Now let's go for the second one. So how are we going to get total revenue for the second one? The total revenue for the second one, remember this is a rand, it's not cent. So I'm going to multiply by 450. So I'm going to say 1 times 450 is going to be just 450, like how is there? 450. But this is a rand. Now let's go for the next one. 1.5 cent times multiplied by 400. Remember that's a cent. So when you get whatever we get, you have to divide it by 100. So I'm going to put my calculator here quick. Let me just go quick a little bit here. Okay. Put my calculator quick here. Okay. So we come right here and I put my calculator. So, okay, well, 1.5. Okay, 1.5. 1.5 multiplied by 400. And this is going to give us 600. But this has 600, remember, is a cent. So for that being said, we must change that to rand. So it means you have to divide by 100. So I'm going to say 600 divided by 100 equal to 6 rand. So I'm going to say, well, I got that. So when I multiply this, it's going to give me what? 600. But I must multiply by 100. And this is going to give me what? 6 rand. Because that was a cent. You see what I'm saying? Because you must take a price to get total revenue. Because it's total revenue, you must take a price. What is the price? Price of each one is 1.5 cent multiplied by 400. And this gives us 600. Remember, this is cent. So to change it to rand, you must divide by 100. And this is going to be just a 6 rand. 6 rand. No cent no more. Now let's go to the last one. So the last one, you just multiply 2 times 300 equal to 600 rand. So now if you want to get total revenue, what I'm going to say, if I want to get total revenue, I can simply add all of this. And I'm going to write here at the bottom. The question does not ask for the total revenue. Now let's go to the average revenue. Average revenue. How you get average revenue? To get average revenue, average revenue. So to get average revenue, what you do, you say total revenue divided by the number of quantity. It's like a mean or average or anything. How you get average of whatever you want? Average of student who pass. Take a total number of students, divide by the how many of them. What is the average marks of the class pass? What you're going to do, I'm going to check how our score. Let's say I got 40%, you got 90%, and then look at the other one, how much she got or he got. Add all of that, and then divide how many students in a class. And then we're going to get, let's say, 50 at the end of the day. So that's going to be average pass of the student. How do they know in a certain country, like, oh, the average pass in this year is 60%? Because what they do, they take a sample of the student. Sample means a certain number of students, or all of them. Let's say all of them will sample certain student. They add like somebody got 20, somebody got 90, somebody got 100, and then they add all the marks together, and then they divide by the total number of students, and they say, oh, the average pass this year is 60. It does not mean everybody got 60. Some of them they got 90, some of them they got 20, but I said average pass. So for that being said, if you want to get the average revenue for this case, I'm going to say, well, I can get my average revenue. Okay, I want to check here if you can see clear, because I always like to make sure. if everything's in order. Because like I say, okay, so I was hiding something, so let me move this to the right and apologize. Yes, see, that's why I always like to check my video right there. See, so if you want to get average revenue, then we're going to say, well, I can get my average revenue. Okay, so since that one was hiding, but I think you understand, if you take 1.5, you're going to get 600 divided by what I was saying here, just in case if you did not see it, because the calculator was hiding, that's why I was like to look at myself. Okay, it's coming back now. Drink water. My screen is kind of freezing. Okay. So what I say here for the third one, my apology, because my screen. Okay. For the third one, it was for the first one, it was 15. For the third one, it was 1.5, because the calculator was hiding, times 400, and this give us 600. But remember, these are cent. For the third one, I'm going back again because the calculator was hiding that part. And then when I got 600, remember these are cent. To change to rand, I must divide by 100. That's why here I got 6 for the third one. For the last one, excuse me, sorry. For the last one, just a 2 times 300, which is going to give us 600. Okay, now let's continue. Let's go ahead. So let's go to the total revenue. Total revenue, or average, or mean. You say, okay, well, if you want to get total revenue, means I must say total. My apology. If I want to get the average revenue, means I must have a total for whatever I'm looking for. But for now, is revenue, it must be total revenue divided by the quantity or number of unit. So let's start for the first one. So the total revenue, because the total revenue, what is the total revenue here? 250. What is the quantity? How many of them? There are 500. So I'm going to say 250 divided by 500. Total revenue is 250 for the first one, divided by the number of unit, quantity of unit, 500. And this is going to give us a half. But a half, you can say 0.5. So average revenue here is like a half. Or you can say 0.5. Let's go for the next one. What is the average revenue of the second one? It's easy. So I can simply say, well, average revenue here, average revenue equal to average of anything, means total of whatever you have. But for now, it's revenue, you must say total revenue divided by the quantity or number, whatever you have. What is the total revenue for the second one? Total revenue, you can see here, say total revenue equal to, for the second one, is 450 over quantity. This is a quantity here of the postcard, 450. So this is going to give us 1 here. You're going to write what? 1. Let's move to the next one. What is the total revenue of the third one? 6 over 400. So when you divide that one also, is 6 over 400. Let's plug in the calculator, 6 over 400. So I'm going to put my calculator back, 6 over 400. So, well, here. Yeah, here is fine. 6 over 6 over 400. So I'll come here. So, well, let's come to 6 over 400. I'm sorry. Come here quick. 6. So we come to the fraction, say 6 over 400, I believe. Over 400. So 6 over 400 is going to be 3 over 200. 3 over 200, or you can SD, and this is going to give us, let's see what we're going to get here, SD. 0.015. So you can say 3 over 200 or 0.015. Okay, so come back here, put my calculator to the back. So then this is going to be average revenue for the third one. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Okay, average revenue for the third one is going to become what? 3 over 200, I believe. Just in case if I'm making a mistake, you let me know. Over 0.015. I believe so. Let me check again the calculator. 0.015. Yeah, 0.015. Okay, let's just go ahead for the last one. So how are we going to get the average revenue for the last one? So we do the same game. So I'm going to take total revenue divided by the number. What is total revenue? 600. 600 divided by 300 equals 2. For the next one, I'm going to say, well, let's just finish up that one. So what is the total revenue for the last one? For the last one, total revenue equal to 600. So say 600 divided by the unit quantity for the last one, 300. And this is going to give us 2. So the average revenue equal to 2. So you finish up for this case. So now let's just go to the normal definitions. They say here, let me say something. Okay, so we know, like we say, if you want to get total revenue, how we say, you take your price of whatever you have times by the number of quantity. For example, let's say, for example, right, I recently just got injured myself. Okay, so the price of this is a plaster, right? Flex filling. Okay, they get like a plaster sound. So the price, when I went to buy, they say, oh, this costs 12 bucks. So 12, but how many of them bought? It's just a 2. So this is going to give me, no, sorry. Let's start with the total cost. Let's say you buy something from the manufacturer. Okay, so say, okay, so total cost equal to how much did it cost me? Let's say I want to do this business here of selling this stuff. How much did it cost me for each one, for each box? So you want to take a cost of each unit multiplied by how many units I'm going to buy. Let's say I'll buy 6. So it's going to be quantity, means cost of each multiplied by the quantity. So that's going to give me total cost. For example, each one cost me 12 bucks. Multiply how many units I bought. Let's say 3. So the total cost is going to be 36. Okay, what is the total revenue? Total revenue means you're going to have to take your price times quantity. So now I decided, I'm going to sell it. So I'm going to take the price which I'm going to sell, means selling price times how many of them. So I'm going to say, okay, if I bought 12, I decided to sell 16 bucks. So the amount, how many of them? There 3. So this is going to give me 48. So this is going to be total cost, and this is going to be total revenue. So for me to get profit, I must minus the total revenue minus total cost. How much it cost me and how much I've been selling as a revenue. So I'm going to say, well, what is it? Total revenue. So profit must be total revenue minus total cost. So now we got me here, we say profit equal to, what is the total revenue for now? 48 minus total cost, how much? 36. But not, and this is going to give us 12. But not all the time you're going to make some profit. Sometimes you don't make a profit. Means if it happens, let's say total revenue equal to total cost, that's what we call it normal profit. Is occur when total revenue equal to total cost. When total revenue equal to total cost means you're not making a profit. Means you end up, let's say, selling for the same price, let's say 12, because nobody was buying, so you decided to sell for the same price, and you end up get 36. So now you're not gonna get no profit here, because total cost equal to total revenue. So if you minus, you get 0. Or in other words, say when total cost equal to total revenue, and then this is gonna call what? Normal profit. But when total revenue is bigger, like how we see here, total revenue was bigger here for 8 than total cost, means then you're gonna make what? Profit. And this one they call what? Abnormal profit. When total revenue is bigger than, means they were profit which you made. See what I'm saying? But hey, this is just normal terminology. But for that being said, thanks a lot for watching. And I just want to make a very short video because I want to dedicate this to my beautiful angel grandma, one and only. Let me pull up a picture, man. I love these beautiful women, May her soul rest in peace. Okay, my grandmother. I love my grandmother, man. Okay, my screen is freezing a little bit, so it's gonna come here. Oh yes, these beautiful women, this queen here. She's very special to me. This is why everything I'm doing is just to keep her legs going, Oh my God, I'm sorry. Because she told me never to stop. I should never stop. because she used to do this for quite a lot of years. You know, she taught me the spirit of giving back. She taught me how the universe works. The universe, like what goes around comes around. That's how I believe. If you do something positive, it's always come back to you, even if it's not the same form, in another form, but it's always gonna come back to you. This is why I started it. The feeding program, helping people like vulnerable, you know, taking the kids who have been dropping out of school. Some of them, they're 12, 11, 12 years old, but they never attended school. See, because some of them, their parents are under influence of drugs or alcohol. So that's not my business. As long as, you know, I focus on the kid and help them and take them back to school, I just do what I'm supposed to, because that's what my grandmother told me. If you have some resources, some skills, never forget where you come from, or never forget to give, to help others. Because the more you help others with information, knowledge, you know, show them past the right way how to go, you get a lot of blessing and God open more doors for you. You see, that's what she told me. And another thing also she told me, never try to share sometimes, because it does not mean if you have, let's say, one plate of whatever you eat, if you share some to somebody, it does not mean that you're gonna die. You know, sometimes you shouldn't have a fear. You know, that's what she always told me. Like, and she also told me not to take things too personal, you know. But I have to distance myself from negativity. See, and always, whatever I do, I have to have a lot of impact for the community, village, others, bring smile to other people's face. Okay? Yeah, that's what she told me, my grandma. So with that being said, my beautiful brother and sister, I'm gonna have to stop here. This is a very little video I just want to make to dedicate to my beautiful angel grandma, one and only, who raised me, who taught me, who molded me. You see, she the one who taught me. She the one who molded me. She was my friend. She was my best friend, yo. We talk everything, share everything. You know, grandma, cookies, yo. She used to cook a lot. Thanks a lot for time. I'm gonna have to stop here. I just came here to solve these few questions, to dedicate to my beautiful angel grandma in heaven, in the paradise. All right, so for that being said, thanks a lot for your time. And it's midnight right now. What a time now? 1:45 midnight. Yeah, just a quarter, 15 minutes to. It's not even 15 minutes, 14 minutes to midnight to start a new day. So for that being said, thanks a lot for time. And I must see you very soon. Peace in the mouth. I'll see you soon. Okay. So I hope I answer your question, my brother from Johannesburg, Jimmy Low. I answered already your question. If you have any question, please ask. Peace in the mouth.